If you think about it, a little less than half of our life we spend with our eyes closed and with our head on a pillow, nicely diving around in all sorts of dream worlds that we have absolutely no control over, that we have absolutely even no clue that it is happening. And basically it is wasted time, if you will.
Once we can get lucid in the dream, we can harness this tremendous mental potential that awakens as we dream to change our lives.
What does it mean to go beyond? What does it mean when a shaman is leading you into some astral dimension? What does it mean if you can't remember your dreams or if you can remember your dreams? All of these aspects of the world beyond, which is actually tangibly feelable the entire time also while we are awake. It is the place where we go when we think. It is the place of our emotions. It's the place of our high intuitions, the place of our soul, of our deepest happiness and our true nature. But what does it mean when we access those levels consciously, when we go beyond consciously?
Let's look a little bit at the differences between the wake state and the sleep state. When we are awake, there is a certain coherence of our memory, of our personality, of the things we want and we don't want. When we are asleep, that coherence is very much compromised. We do all sorts of stuff when we dream that we wouldn't do when we are awake. We don't remember that we are dreaming, and we have very little control over the dream. The dream state has this disadvantage, but it also has a huge advantage, which is the mental potential is much greater when we are sleeping and dreaming. If you try to visualize an object, even a simple object like a spoon, try to hold it in your consciousness for 10 seconds with your eyes closed, you can't. Very few people can do that. But in the dream, not only we can visualize a spoon, we can visualize a universe with great detail, stuff that we normally cannot visualize. But entering in this alpha waves and staying there in REM sleep, our brain acquires a very special capacity. In the dream, we become spiritual giants with tremendous power, but it's not us in the sense of will, in the sense of personality, in the sense of continuity of consciousness and memory. So when the great strength is there, we are not there, and then we wake up and we have a very little mental capacity, and it's not very much. But once we can get lucid in the dream, we can harness this tremendous mental potential that awakens as we dream. We can use that to change our lives. You can impregnate the subconscious with such beneficial powers in dreams that it will change the entire course of your life. You can use the immense knowledge, information, intuition that is stored in the subconscious and is not accessible in the day-to-day life. You can access it very well in dreams. Under hypnosis, people can recite the phone book. The amount of information and correlation in the subconscious is tremendous, but we can only access a tiny part of it when we are awake. The lucid dreaming and the astral projection that we will learn, it's like diving under the waves and finding these treasures of the subconscious, being present to harness them, to use them for a life of health, of happiness, of success, of peace, of transformation, and of virtue.
What happens to your being when you go to sleep, when you go into your dreams? What happens when you wake up within your dreams? What happens when you wake up back into the physical world? What happens when you have a so-called near-death experience or out-of-body experience? What happens when you can sense someone from far away? We will address all of these very interesting nuances of consciousness. All of these are movements, waves, particular forms that our consciousness can take and that we can learn to, of course, master, to control, to work with. Within this course, we will cover a variety of methods from the Hatha Yoga tradition. Also, we will access some of the knowledge of the wonderful Robert Monroe, who was very wonderfully compiling the knowledge around astral travel.
We will learn practical ways of controlling the dreams, of being able to be lucid while we are dreaming, and then explore the vast range of possibilities that we can do while we dream.
We will address the subtle nature of the being. We'll make you understand what is the subtle anatomy that actually holds within it the potentials for all sorts of amazing experiences that we will learn to unlock within this course. We will explore together what are the astral universes, but also even just to understand how our own being and therefore also the universe and all the beings around us are somehow mapped, how they are built, will get you a much better understanding of your day-to-day states and of course also of your spiritual states.
We will use our time during the day to create reminders so that when we are asleep and dreaming, we know that we are dreaming. We will use particular methods to create a certain state of lucidity just before going to sleep, to energize certain subtle structures in the aura. It's a very interesting state in which your body is very tired, yet your consciousness is extremely energized. And then once we enter the world of lucid dreams, we will learn together all sorts of really fascinating things to do to explore that world. You can even meet spiritual masters, find out what's deep inside your heart. It's also a very good preparation for the moment of death that will come for sure. We can do all sorts of healing, even physical healing. We had cases, friends, diseases healed through this power of lucid dreams. We will understand a kind of sleepiness that is with us throughout the day, the sleepiness which makes us uncontrollably emotional, the sleepiness which makes us that we cannot stop our mental agitation, and we will, after we learn to wake up in dreams, we will learn to wake up here, 100%, not 50, 60, 70%. All this can be done through this world of lucid dreams.
Hopefully, as you proceed with this course and you apply the methods that we offer, especially the yoga practice, but also the various techniques that we will offer to sort of go into the world beyond, hopefully you will discover yourself a little bit beyond the story that you normally tell to yourself. To sort of understand that there's a difference between the real you and the story of you that you tell yourself in your day-to-day life, of this person with that age, living in that place, having that job, having those inner problems, those likes and dislikes. If we can achieve that with this course, we have succeeded tremendously. And hopefully on the way, you will have some wonderful, joyful experiences also in the world beyond.
The actual experience itself of being lucid in the dream is so happy. It's such a blissful, joyous experience to fly there in dreams and see the beauties of this particular world of dreams is simply an extraordinary and elevating experience.
I have been very completely bad at the whole dreaming chapter of life. It was absolutely nothing I was interested in. For me, it was a very clear black or white situation. Either I'm awake and then I do stuff and I am conscious and I can make conscious choices, or I'm not and I'm sleeping and then that's it. To then do this very systematic practice, which I was not convinced of, and then to hear all the wonderful things that Uriel had to say, which I was doubtful about, and then to actually try these methods without having any expectation whatsoever that I would succeed in any way. I was very shocked to see that it actually works. If you simply apply the methods as we teach them here, if you do some of it systematically, you will have a result, it's for sure, which we could observe in how many students? Maybe 40,
30 or 40, yeah.
Something like that, that had all of them wonderful results. And even for myself, it was shocking. I did not expect it at all.
Basically, everyone that practiced was able to have systematic lucid dreams and enter into this dimension of sleep to do all sorts of amazing things. Generally, the course is not like a one-time thing that you do, but in these several weeks there will be required a certain daily practice, and like that we can do it successfully.
If you wish to sign up for this course, please find all our information on our website, tantrayogathailand.com. Also, you can find us on Facebook, Tantra Yoga Chiang Mai.
Or Mahasiddha Yoga.
We look forward to see you in the Astral, but also to see you in this course.
Yes,
See you soon.